If you own a Royal Enfield 650 and your battery keeps dying after just a couple of days of not riding the bike, don't replace the battery just yet. Because that's exactly what happened to me for over a year. For more than 12 months, I was dealing with one of the most frustrating issues I've ever had with this motorcycle. I ride it normally, park it at home, and if I didn't touch it for just 2 days, the battery would be completely dead. Not weak, completely discharged. The bike simply wouldn't start. Naturally, I started looking for solutions. The first thing I did was replacing the right-hand switchgear with the older BS3 version, which lets you switch the headlight off during the day. The idea was simple. Maybe reducing the electrical load while riding would help keep the battery healthier. Unfortunately, that didn't solve the problem at all. So I started reading owner forums and Facebook groups. A lot of people suggested that I should replace all 4 relays. At this point, I decided to visit the Royal Enfield service center. They checked the motorcycle, replaced relays, inspected the RR unit as well, and finally told me that the RR unit was perfectly fine. According to them, the battery itself had failed and needed to be replaced. Now here's the part that didn't make sense. My Amaron battery was just 6 months old. So instead of spending money on another battery, I took it directly to the official Amaron service center. They kept the battery for almost 24 hours, performed a complete health check, and told me that there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. The battery was perfectly healthy. So I decided to perform one final experiment myself. After parking the motorcycle, I disconnected only the negative battery terminal. Then I left the bike untouched for an entire week. Normally, the battery would have been dead in just 2 days. After 7 days, I reconnected the terminal, pressed the starter, and the bike fired up instantly on the very first crank. That completely changed my understanding of the problem. The battery clearly wasn't dying while it was sitting by itself. It was only losing charge when it remained connected to the motorcycle. And that's when I finally realized the battery probably wasn't the problem at all. So what exactly was happening? And more importantly, what simple 150 rupees modification have I been using for the last 3 months that's completely eliminated this issue? That's exactly what I'll show you in part 2.